reportedly home to a Syrian family. Meanwhile, in southern Lebanon, 7 more people have died and 11 were injured in attacks on the town of Al-Shahabiyah in the Tyre district. The Lebanese Health Ministry confirmed the casualties in a statement. Tensions in the region remain high as Israel continues its military operations near the Lebanese border. And joining us live now again to tell us more is Peter Baum, editor of the Weekly Blitz. He's joining us live from London. Sir, I shared the story of essentially the financial institution that was bombed in Iran and how Iran is essentially sending out retaliatory attacks or is planning to. My question with regards to this latest story is essentially, why haven't governments tried to narrow down the individuals that they would like to maybe jail and put aside for their possible terrorist wrongdoings, as opposed to bombing an entire region, so to speak? Do you have any intel on that, or what are your opinions, sir, please?
Yeah, I think from what we've seen, the Israelis have definitely when they bomb a building, have knowledge, very good intelligence of who is in that building and who they want to target. So, for example, in Beirut just a couple of days ago, there was the bombing of the Ramada Hotel in Beirut. The individuals were 4 Iranian diplomats, and as a result of the exceptional Israeli intelligence, those diplomats were eliminated. Similarly, in various houses in Beirut, there have been senior Hezbollah operatives that have been targeted, and we've seen in Iran in the last several weeks how successful the Israelis have been, and the Americans, in targeting high-profile senior leaders, whether they're in the police force, the IRGC, or as part of the cohort of mullahs that run the country. So I think, as far as possible, the Israelis and the Americans, they're very aware that of collateral damage, and give warnings for the main populace to leave if they know they're going to attack a certain area or building. So I think they're trying as much as they can to ensure that the attacks are targeted at the individuals they want to eliminate. Unfortunately, this is a war situation and there will be collateral damage, but I think we will continue to see these ongoing targeted attacks, and it's bound to happen that a family, as we saw in Iran, and schoolgirls are killed, and of course the global media at large will be playing on that theme in order to continue its demonization of the Trump administration of Israel. But by and large, I think the Israelis and Americans have been quite successful in their targeted attacks on certain individuals of the Iranian and Hezbollah hierarchy.
Thank you very much for your time, sir. We'll speak soon.
My pleasure.
And now joining us to tell us his take on this story is Andrew K.P. Leung. He's a China strategist, and he's joining us live from Hong Kong. Sir, how do you believe that Lebanon will be able to essentially separate itself from Hezbollah? Do you have any intel on what the country is doing to essentially move forward in the Middle East conflict so that their country, Lebanon, can remain safe and Hezbollah is removed from any association whatsoever to Lebanon? Do you have any intel on this, sir? Please.
Well, targeting individuals is only a tactic. Now, I think it's important to look at why Israel is lashing out at Lebanon and why it matters for Iran. Because Lebanon is a hotbed for Hezbollah, which is of course, the outstretched arm of the Iranian regime, helping. They are all supporting the cause of the Iran's sovereignty as a nation and its influence in the region. And so with Iran lashing out left, right, and center, and also degrading Israel's military assault. The Israeli government, on the other hand, is hell-bound to destroy Iran's influence as a country in the region, and therefore trying to take out, decapitate the Hezbollah movement housed in Lebanon. And that's what's happening. And targeting, of course, is a favorite tactic. You're looking at the targeting used also by the United States in abducting the leader of Venezuela, and also taking out Khamenei, the leader of Iran. And Israel, of course, is past master of assassinations and targeting individual leaders as a means to achieve its aim. And concentrating its aggression to the levers of power. But I think the bigger picture is much more important than tactics. It's Iran's doubling down on the strategy of weaponizing the regional spread of all this turmoil, targeting American assets in the Middle East, in the Arab Peninsula, and also blocking the Strait of Hormuz, even though it would affect a lot of countries around the world, including Israel's ally China, for example. But I think that by weaponizing the widespread retaliation against Israel is hoped to put pressure, because a lot of countries are suffering from this, not just the immediate neighborhood, but around the world, and also degrading the Israeli arsenal as Israel is firing all these cheap drones as well as missiles, whereas the Israel's defense depends on very expensive, much more expensive missile and other weaponry, almost 30 or 40 times. For example, a drone from Iran, it costs only about 10,000 or 20,000 American dollars, whereas the Israel, some of the missiles cost about nearly $500,000 US. And so the hope is by widening the scope, even through the proxies like the Hezbollah in other countries, is continue to weaken Israel and the American military in a pushback against their joint invasion or aggression towards Iran. So Iran is fighting for survival. It's still a game of kitchen, a game of chicken, but the game of chicken is spreading to across the region, including Lebanon, housing the Iran's proxy, the Hezbollah.
Sir, I'd like to ask you another question. Essentially, a deal with Boeing and Israel has been struck for hundreds of millions of dollars for 5,000 smart bombs for Israel to have. Do you believe then this will essentially put Israel in the lead, so to speak, to essentially win the war against Iran, wipe out all their nuclear capabilities, and also hopefully change the regime if that is their intention? What are your thoughts, sir? Will this essentially put them in the lead? Please tell me more.
Well, there are not many people these days who believe that in an immediate success of regime change, because the opposition is very weak in Iran, and of course Iran is a large country. In terms of size, it's 4.6 times the size of Germany. In terms of population, it's 90 million, nearly 100 million people. And then because of the decapitation of its religious leader, which has ruled Iran for decades, is a blatant trampling on the national sovereignty and the national dignity of Iran as an ancient nation. And I think that this serves only to rally a lot of the Iranian people towards the government, including even people who used to be to oppose the Khamenei regime. And then, of course, before Khamenei died, he already installed a succession plan well in advance. That's why the new leadership is able to showcase its capabilities of retaliation so quickly and maintaining its control over the levers of power in the entire nation. So I think the regime change in the immediate future doesn't seem to be a workable solution. And there is, of course, this talk about using the Kurds from neighboring countries, even Azerbaijan or even Turkey. But as far as Turkey is concerned, the Turkish government is putting cramps on the Turkish movement for fear that it's going to be an unstable force within Turkey. As far as Azerbaijan is concerned, also, it doesn't want to provoke a war with Iran, causing instability in the region. And then if you look at the Kurdish insurgents, how many are they? I mean, 10,000, 100,000? It's a drop in the bucket. So it's not going to make any difference. So I think that the idea of regime change is unworkable. And then looking at the military aggression. Again, Iran is showcasing its capabilities to target American assets in the region, even in Qatar, in UAE, with the idea that showcasing that allowing this presence of American assets there is going to work against the interests of the region. So I think that the more this war goes on, the more the neighbors of both Israel and Iran fear that the spread of the war, and the more that they want the war to stop, and this would put pressure on both Israel and the United States to come to the negotiation table. In fact, President Trump originally said that he doesn't think he doesn't think it's necessary to have any negotiation. He wanted Iran to surrender, but now only yesterday he was walking back on that. Saying that, well, this possibility exists of negotiation. So what does it show? It shows that both the United States feel the pressure, not only on the battlefront, but the looming November elections, midterm elections in the United States, because a lot of the American people don't want this war, and they're suffering from the inflation and so on. So I think that you have got to see the whole picture rather than focusing only on tactics.
Please stay with us, sir. We'll be right back with you. Next up, China